Back to helicopter shot. Luke Dickey and Chris Wickstrom on board. All right, now coming into the shot on the inside, there is Snap-on Talking Tools with Wilma Ross, the driver, Mike Stancombe, the throttle man. Brian Ross, the owner of Snap-on Talking Tools. It's a Dante, currently in third place. But in first place for national point standings, took a second in Sarasota, second in Milwaukee, first in Savannah, second in Marathon, and a third in Daytona. Snap-on Talking Tools currently in third place. Trying to move into second. There is the one in second place on the outside, Harwich Concrete. Battle here in Factory 2. Snap-on trying to make it smooth. Snap-on Talking Tools getting a slight edge on Harwich Concrete in Factory 2. Lots and lots of beachgoers there, as you can see, on the coastline. Getting a treat today watching the 6th national race, the APBA. '03 season winding down. National championships next week in Tampa. There's Spider-Man and Ettore in a battle here. Spider-Man and Ettore squeegee in Super V. James Richardson Jr. and Dennis Agalos on board Ettore. Todd Welling and Lance Henderson on Spider-Man. Both powered by Mercury. Spider-Man and Ettore here battling for 4th and 5th place. Right now your leaders in Super V are Dancy, H&H Speed and Marine, and Fury 1, 2, and 3. Spider-Man in 4th, Ettore in 5th for the moment. In the national point standings in Super V, it's Danzi, Ettore Squeegee, Spider-Man, and it's Castaway. So depending on how these boats do here in their competition, could affect their national point standings. Nice throttling there by Ettore Squeegee's Dennis Agalos. James Richardson at the wheel. Mercury powered. Around the turn. Spider-Man and Ettore. Ettore moving up as we go around the turn, moving into fourth place. Spider-Man taking the lead now. Moving to fourth. There's Fury. Currently in third place, Steve Delaney, the driver. Ray Delaney, the throttle man. It's a Phantom Vortex powered. Incredible run here by Fury. It's never run as well. Ray Delaney on throttle. You're watching the 2003 Fort Lauderdale Offshore Grand Prix. Race number 3. Donzi. Currently in first place, Doug Valentine and Lee Murray, driver and throttle man. It's Mercury powered. Team Donzi, your leader in Super V. This is the last boat that will be covering for you in race number 3. Race 4 coming up. Donzi in first place in Super V. We're getting ready for race number 4. All right, now race number 4 will include Super V Light and Factory 1. OffshoreOnly.com partially sponsoring this race. Special thanks to OffshoreOnly.com. Boats beginning to spread out. Vortec Extreme, high noon, way too crazy. Hendricks Motorsports. And on the far outside, Advanced Transmission Center at BrowardHomeInfo.com. All right, the boats lining up, spreading out, waiting for the green here in race number 4. And we've got a green flag here in race 4 of the 2003 Fort Lauderdale Offshore Grand Prix. High noon on the inside. Then we've got Team Extreme on the outside. On the far outside, it's Team ATC. Race number 4 underway. On board Team Extreme, Gary DeSouza and Steve Miklos, the driver and throttle man. It's an Extreme. It's Vortec powered. Super V lights are on the outside. There's Team ATC. All right, we're going to go now with Team ATC. First in the national point standings. David Jobs and Harry Clack, driver and throttle man, on board as we get a little bit closer to this AMT cutting edge boat. Harry Clack is the owner. As we said, first in the national point standings currently. And there on the inside is Team Extreme coming up. First in national points, Team Extreme. Gary DeSouza and Steve Miklos on board. Looking upfield, there is Team ATC in first place in P2. Powered by two 2.5 EFIs. ATC. Dave Jobs and Harry Clack on board. Currently first place in the national points standings. Took a first in Sarasota, first in Milwaukee, second in Savannah, first in Marathon, first in Daytona, and a first in St. Cloud. Special thanks to Satellite Accessories and Overton. ATC in first in P2. David Job, the driver. Harry Clack, the throttle man. David from Metairie, Louisiana. Harry from Lafayette, Louisiana. Special thanks to crew member Dale Babbitt from Baton Rouge. On board, ATC. David Jobs at the wheel, Harry Clack at throttle. Back to helicopter shot. There is kinetic animation. Mark Hanna, the driver. Ryan Beckley is the throttle man. It's powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mark from Orlando. Ryan from Bradenton, Florida. Kinetic animation, of course, owned by Ryan Beckley. Your home for all your vinyl and graphic needs. Currently in third place in the national point standings. A second place in Sarasota. A third in Milwaukee, third in Savannah, a third in Marathon, and a first in St. Cloud. Special thanks to BrowardHomeInfo.com for helping to sponsor this race for kinetic animation. On board, kinetic animation. Mark Hanna, Ryan Beckley, driver and throttle man. Powered by two 2.5 EFI. Kinetic animation, your home for all your vinyl and graphics needs, usually on site. All right, we're going to go with Flash Wave now in Factory 1. Flash Wave, it's a Warlock. Glenn Wilson is the driver, Jim Scherer, the throttle man. Glenn from Orlando, Jim from Whittier, California. Flash Wave, Factory 1. The national point standings in Factory 1. Winnebago's first, followed by Typhoon, Screaming Eagle, and Velocity VR1. Around the turn, Flash Wave. Team Winnebago in Factory 1. Currently in first place in the national point standings. Gino Marone, the driver. Mark Kowalski is the throttle man. Gino from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Mark from Medina, Ohio. As we get a little closer, you'll see that the railing on which our camera is latched on is loose. Take a look and see what that looks like once we get an onboard camera working. In the meantime, as we said, they are first in the national point standings. Took a first in Milwaukee, a first in Savannah, third in Marathon, and a second in Daytona. Currently in second place in Factory 1. Team Winnebago. Sponsors include Winnebago Industries, Red Devil Energy Drink, SB Ballard Construction Company, The Finish Line, and Nike. Also, Saratoga Spring Water, Blaster Chemical Company, Disabled American Veterans, Hooters, Desert Inn Resort, and Champion Canopies. In second place is Factory 1, Winnebago. On board Winnebago. And there you see with the camera on the latch that is loose. Not too badly at this point.
All right. I'm in this weight. I'm in this weight. Come on. Get to the buoy. Come back on.
Swinging to the right.
Typhoon's right on us. Right on us. Blow off. Blow off. Wide open. Wide open.
Railing on the boat is loose at this point, but no problem.
And I hope we're going the right way.
So our camera's getting a different angle. And it's not bad, actually.
Watch that bracket comes off. It don't hit us.
In all the years that Freeze Frame Video has had onboard cameras, it's never come off, but we've never had a railing come off either. So it's pretty cool the way it just swung to the right, got a shot of the water in the buoys, just as the crew was talking about the buoy. Good shot.
Watch the ball, sir. Typhoon deck to the deck. See the buoy? Yeah. Mark, look at the cross down. Anybody on the inside? You're okay, you're okay. I'm taking it tight, Mark. Damn! I'm coming in hard. Hey, I got it. Don't hit the buoy. I'm coming up on him. Go ahead. Oh, I got Michelous's weight. We're trying to get by the craft whitewater.
Back to helicopter shot, Team Winnebago. Gino Marone and Mark Kowalski, driver and throttle man. There's High Noon and ATC on the outside. High Noon and Advanced Transmission Center. And Winnebago, just a glimpse on the far outside as they go around the turn. And there's Typhoon going around the turn. It's a Kryptonite. Glenn Murray and Randy Schluss, driver and throttle man, on board. Took a second in Sarasota, currently in second place in the national point standings. Also took a third in Savannah, a second in Milwaukee, and a first in Marathon. Typhoon.